RA 9275, Clean Water Act, an act providing for a comprehensive water quality management and for other purposes. Chapter 1, General Provision. Article 1, Declarations of Principles and Policies. Section 1, Short Title. This act shall be known as the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004. Section 2, Declarations of Policy. The state shall pursue a policy of economic growth in a manner consistent with the protection, preservation, and revival of the quality of fresh, brackish, and marine waters. To achieve this end, the framework for sustainable development shall be pursued as such it shall be policy of the state. A. To streamline processes and procedures in the preservation, control, abatement of pollution of the country's water resources. B. To promote environmental strategies, use of appropriate economic instrument, and of a control mechanism for the protection of water resources. C. To formulate a hostile national program of water quality management and recognize the water quality management issue cannot be separated from concern about water sources and ecological protection, water supply, public health, and water of life. D. To formulate an integrated water quality management framework through proper delegation and effective coordinations of functions and activities. E. Promote ecological and industrial processes and products that are environmental friendly and energy efficient. F. To encourage cooperation and self-regulations among citizens and industries through the applications of incentives, market-based instruments, and to promote the role of a private industrial enterprises in shaping its regulatory profile within the acceptable boundaries of public health and environment. G. To provide for a comprehensive management program for water pollution, focusing on pollution and prevention. H. To promote public information and education and to encourage the participations of an informed and active public in water quality management and monitoring. I. To formulate and enforce a system of accountability for short and long-term adverse environmental impact of project, program, or activity. And J. To encourage civil society and other sector, particularly labor, the academic and business undertaking environment-related activities in their efforts to organize, educate, and motivate the people in addressing permanent environmental issues and public at the local national levels. Section 3. Coverage of an act. This act shall apply to water quality management in all water bodies, provided that it shall be primarily applied to the abatement and control of pollution from land-based sources, provided further that the water quality standard and regulations and a civil liability and a penal provision under this act shall be informed irrespective of sources of population. Article 2. Definitions of term. Section 4. Definitions of term are used in this act. A. Aquifer means a layer of water bearing a rock located underground that transmit water in sufficient quality to supply pumping wells or natural spring. B. Aquatic life means all organisms living in a freshwater, brackish, and marine environment. C. Beneficial use means that the use of environment or any element of segment thereof conducive to a public or a private welfare, safety and health, and shall include, but not be limited to, the use of water for domestic municipal irrigation, power generation, fisheries, livestock raising, industrial, recreational, and other purposes. Number 1. Use of water for domestic purposes means the utilizations of water for drinking, washing, bathing, cooking, or other household needs, home, gardens, and watering of lawns and domestic animals. Number 2. Use of water for municipal purposes means the utilizations of water for supply water requirements of the community. Number 3. Use of water for irrigations means the utilizations of water for producing agricultural crops. Number 4. Use of water for power generations means the utilizations of water for producing electrical or mechanical power. Number 5. Use of water for fisheries means the utilizations of water for propagations of culture of fish as a commercial enterprise. Number 6. Use of water for livestock raising means the utilizations of water for large birds or flocks or animals raised as a commercial enterprise. Number 7. Use of water for industrial purposes means the utilizations of water in factories, industrial plants, and mines, including the use of water as ingredients of a finished product. And number 8, use of water for recreational purpose means the utilizations of water for swimming pool, bath houses, boating, water skiing, golf courses, and other similar facilities in a resort and other place of recreation. Letter D. Classification and reclassifications of the Philippine water means the categorizations of all water bodies taking into account, among others, the following existing quality of the body of water. Number 2, size, depth, surface area covered, volume, direction, rate of flow of gradients of stream. 3. The most beneficial existing and the future use of all said bodies of water and the lands bounding them, such as for residential, agricultural, aquacultural, commercial, industrial, navigational, recreational, welfare, conservations, and static purposes, and for vulnerability of a surface and a groundwater to contamination from the pollutive and hazardous water, agricultural, chemical, and underground storage bank and petroleum products. E. Civil society means non-government organizations and a people organization. F. Clean productions means the applications of an integrated preventive environmental strategy to process product involves to increase efficiency and reduce risk to a human and the environment. G. Clean up operations means activities involving the removal of pollutions discharged or spilled into a water body and its surrounding areas, and the restorations of use affected areas to their former physical, chemical, and biological state or condition. H. Contamination means the productions of substance not found in natural compositions of water that make the water less desirable or unfit for intended use. I. Department means the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. J. Discharge includes, but is not limited to the act of spelling, leaking, pumping, pouring, emitting, impregnating, releasing, or dumping of any materials into a water body or onto land from which it might flow or drain into the said water. K. Drinking water means the water intended for human consumption or for use in food preparation. I. Dumping means any unauthorized or illegal disposal into any body of water of land of waste or toxic or hazardous materials, provided that it does not mean a release of effluent coming from commercial, industrial, and domestic sources which are within the imputation standard.
M. Influent means discharge from no source which is passed through into the body of water or land or wasteland flowing out to the manufacturing industrial plant including domestic, commercial, and recreational facilities. Letter N. Influent standards means any legal restriction or limitation on qualities, rates, and concentration or any combination thereof physical, chemical, or biological perimeter in influent which a person or point source is allowed to discharge into the body of water or land. Letter O. Environmental management means the entire system which includes but is not limited to conservation, regulation, and minimum of pollution, clean production, waste management, environmental law and policy, environmental education and information, study and mitigation of the environmental impacts of human activity, and environmental research. Letter P. Environmental management system means the part of overall management system that includes organizational structure, planning activities, responsibilities, practice, procedure, processes and resources for developing, implementing, achieving, reviewing, and maintaining the environmental facility. Fresh water means water contains less than 500 ppm dissolved common salt, sodium chloride, such as that in groundwater, rivers, ponds, and lakes. So ang fresh water amo yung common nga ginainom natin, ginagamit pang laba, pang rigos. Letter R. Groundwater means a surface water that occur beneath water table in soil and rocks or in geological formation. Amo yung mga groundwater, ang mga daw lanas balaw. S. Groundwater vulnerability means relative is which is contaminant located or near the land surface can migrate to the aquifer or deep well. So from word itself, groundwater mga amore na sa mga balon niya. Letter T is groundwater vulnerability map means the identified area of the land surface where the ground quality is must it risk from human activity and shall reflect the different degrees or of groundwater vulnerability based on the range soil properties and hydrological criteria to serve guide in the protection of the water from the contamination. Letter U. Hazardous waste means any waste or combination of wastes in solid liquid contains gaseous or semi-fluid solid from which cause of trouble to an increase in immortality or an increase in serious, irreversible, or incapacitating res- resi- revisable illness, taking into account toxicity such as waste, its presence, the degradability in nature, its potential from accumulation or concentration in tissues, and other factors that may otherwise cause or contribute to adverse acute or chronic effect to the beneath health effect on the health of person or organism. Letter V. Industrial management means any solid, semi-solid, or liquid waste material with no commercial value increased by manufacturing or process plants other than excluding material. W. Integrated Water Quality Management Framework means the policy guideline integrating all the existing framework prepared by all government agency contains the following: water qualities goals and targets, B. Period of compliance, C. Water pollution control strategies and technique, letter D. Water quality information and education program, letter E. Human resource development program, letter X. Margin means the landward and the outer limitation edge adjacent to the border of any water bodies or a limit beyond where beyond their saturation zone cases to exist. Why? National Water Quality Status Report means the report to be prepared by the department indicating the location of water bodies, their qualities, taking into account seasonal tidal and other variation existing, the potential use and source of pollution per specific pollutant and pollution load cases. B. Water quality management areas pursuant to Section 5 of this article. And C. And water qualification. Z. Non-point source means any source of pollution not identified as point source to include but not too limited to runoff from immigration or rainwater which picks up pollutants from farm or urban area. Letter AA. Point source means any identified source of pollution which specific points of discharge into particular water body. Next is BB. Pollutant shall refers to any substance, whether solid, liquid, gaseous, or radioactive, which directly to indirectly. Next is I. Alters of quality of any segment of the receiving water body to affect or tend to affect adversely and beneficial use thereof. Next is II. Is hazardous or potential hazardous to health. Next is III. Imparts objectional odor, temperature change, or physical, chemical, or biochain change to any segment of water. Next is in excess of allow limits, concentrations, or quality standard specified or in contravention of the condition, limitation, or restriction prescribed by this act. Next is pollution control technology. Means pollution control device or apparatus processes or other means that effectively prevent, control, or reduce pollution of water caused by influence and energy discharged from the point source at the level within the water pollution standard. Next is potential infections medicine waste. includes isolation waste, infections, agents, human body and blood products, pathological waste, sharps, body parts, contaminated bleeding surgical waste, and the other disposal medicine, equipment, and material that may pose a risk to the public health, welfare, or the marine environment. Next is secretary. Means the secretary of the Department and Environmental and Nature Resource or the DENR. Next is septage, means the sludge product in the individual outside water waste disposal system, principally septic tank and cesspool. Next is sewage, means the water-borne human and animal waste, including oil and oil waste, removed from the residence building, institution, industrial and commercial establishment together with such as groundwater, surface water, and storm water as may present including such waste from vessel, offshore structure, other receptacles intended to receive or retain waste or other place or the combination thereof. Sewerage includes but not limited to any system or network of pipelines, ditch channel or conduits including plumbing station, lift station and force mains, serves connection survey including other structured device in the appliance appurtenant which includes the collection, transports, dumping and treatment of sewage to point of disposal. Next is sludge, means any solid, semi-solid or liquid waste of residue generated from wastewater treatment plant, water solid treatment plant, or the water control pollution facility, or any other such as waste having similar characteristic and effect. Next is surface water, means all water which is open to the atmosphere and object to surface runoff. Next is treatment, means any method, technique, or process designed to alter the physical, chemical, and biological and radiological character or composition of any waste or wastewater to reduce or prevent pollution. Next is toxic amount, means the lowest amount of concentration of toxic pollutants which may cause chronic or long-term, acute or lethal condition or effect to the aquatic life or life of person or which may adversely affect design water uses. Next is waste, means any material either solid, liquid, semi-solid, contain gas or other form resulting industrial, commercial, mining or agricultural operation or from community and household activity that devoid of usage and discarded. Next is waste, means waste in liquid state containing pollutants. Water body means both natural and man-made body of water, brackish and saline water, and includes but is not limited to aquifers, groundwater, spring, creeks, stream, rivers, ponds, lagoons, water reservoirs, lakes, bays, estuarine, coastal and marine waters. Water bodies do not infer to those contracted, developed, and used purposely as water treatment facilities and water storage for recycling and reuse, which are integral to process industry or manufacturing. Next is water quality management area action plan. Includes do not be limited to the following. Number one, goals and the target including sewerage or septic program. Next is schedule of compliance to meet the applicable requirements of the act. And next is water pollution control strategies of techniques. Next is water quality information and educational program, resources treatment and possibility resource. And the next is enforcement procedure of the plan and reward and incentives under chapter 4 of this.
Chapter 2, Water Quality Management System, Article 1, General Provision. Section 5, Water Quality Management Area. The Department, in coordination with the National Water Resources Board, shall designate certain areas such as water quality management areas using appropriate physiographic units such as watershed, river basins, or water resources regions. Said management area shall have similar hydrological, meteorological, or geographic conditions which affect the physiochemical, biological, and bacteriological reactions and diffusions of pollutants in the water bodies or otherwise share common interests or face similar development programs, prospects, or problems. Said management area shall be governed by a governing board composed of representatives of mayors and governors of member local units, and representative of relevant national government agencies, duly registered non-governmental organization, water utility sector, and business sector. The department representative shall chair the governing board. In the case of the LGU with member on more than one management board, the LGU shall designate only one single representative for all the management areas wherein is a member. The governing board shall formulate strategies to coordinate policies necessary for the effective implementation of this act in accordance with those established in the framework and monitor the compliance with the action plan. Each management area shall create a sectorial group to establish and affect water quality surveillance and monitoring network, including sampling schedules and other similar activities. The group shall submit its report and recommendation to the chairman of the governing board. A technical secretariat for each management area is hereby created, which shall be part of the department and shall provide technical support to the governing board. It shall be composed of at least four members who shall have the following minimum qualification. First, one member shall be a member of the Philippines Bar. Second, one member shall be a chemical engineer, chemist, sanitary engineer, environmental engineer, or ecologist or significant training and experience in chemistry. Third, one member shall be a civil engineer or hydrologist or significant training and experience in closely related fields and experience on the groundwater, respectively. And last, one member shall be a geologist, biologist, or significant training and experience in closely related fields. Section 6. Management of non-attainment areas. The department shall designate water bodies or portion thereof where specific pollutants from either natural or man-made source have already exceeded water qualities guidelines as non-attainment areas for the exceeded pollutant. It shall prepare and implement a program that will not allow new sources of exceeded water pollutant in non-attainment areas without a corresponding reduction in discharges from existing sources, provided that if the pollutant is naturally occurring, naturally high boron or baron, and other element is geothermal areas, discharge of such pollutant may be allowed, provided further that the effluent concentration of discharge shall not exceed the naturally occurring level of such pollutant in the area. Finally, that the effluent concentration and volume of discharge shall not adversely affect water supply, public health, and ecological protection. The department shall, in coordinate with NWRB or National Water Resources Board, Department of Health or DOH, Department of Agriculture or DA, Governing Board, and other concerned government agencies and private sector shall take such measures as may be necessary to upgrade the quality of such water in non-attainment areas to meet the standard under which it has been classified. Upgrading of water quality shall likewise include undertakings which shall improve the water quality of a water body to a classification that will meet its projected or potential use. The LGUs shall prepare the implement contingency plans and other measures including relocation whenever necessary for the protection of health and welfare of the residents within potentially affected areas. Section 7. National Sewerage and Septage Management Program. The Department of Public Works and Highways or DPWH through its relevant attached agencies in coordination with the department, local government units, and other concerned agencies, shall as soon as possible, but in no case exceeding a period of 12 months from the effectivity of this act, prepare a national program on sewerage and septage management in connection with Section 8 hereof. Such program shall include a priority listing of sewerage septage and combined sewerage septage project of LGUs based on population density and growth, degradation of water resources, topography, geology, vegetation, programs or projects for the rehabilitation of existing facilities and such others factors that the Secretary may deem relevant to the protection of water quality. On the basis of such national listing, the national government may allot on an annual basis funds for the construction and rehabilitation of required facilities. Each LGU shall appropriate the necessary land, including the required rights of way road access to the land for the construction of sewage or septage treatment facilities. Each LGU may raise funds to subsidize necessary expenses for the operation and maintenance of sewerage treatment or septage facilities servicing their area of jurisdiction through local property taxes and enforcement of a service fee system. In areas not considered of HUC or hydrologic unit codes, the DPWH, in coordination with the department, DOH, and other concerned agencies, shall employ septage or combined sewerage septage management system. For the purpose of this section, the DOH, coordination with other government agencies, shall formulate guidelines and standards for the collection, treatment, and disposal of sewage, including guidelines for the establishment and operation of centralized sewage treatment system.
National Water Quality Management Fund, a water quality management fund to be administered by the department in coordination with other concerned agencies as a special account in the National Treasury is hereby established. The fund shall be used to finance the following: A. Finance containment and clean-up operations of the government in water pollution cases. B. Guarantee restoration of ecosystem and rehabilitation of affected areas. C. Support research, enforcement, and monitoring activities. Provide technical assistance to the implementing agencies. Grant rewards and incentives. Support information and educational campaign and such other disbursement made solely for the prevention, control, or abatement of water pollution and management and administration of the management areas in the amount authorized by the department. The fines imposed and damages awarded to the government by the Pollution Adjudication Board proceed of permit issues by the Department of this Act, donation, endowment, and grant in the form of contribution to the national government under this Act shall form part of the fund. Such donations, endowment, and grants shall be exempt from donors' taxes and other taxes, charges, or fees imposed by the government and shall be deductible from the gross income of the donor for income tax purposes. Disbursement from the fund shall be subject to the usual accounting and budgeting rules and regulation. Section 10. The Area Water Quality Management Fund. The Area Water Quality Management Fund is hereby established for the maintenance and upkeep of the water bodies in a water quality management area. The fund shall be utilized for the grant of rewards and incentives for entities whose effluent discharges are better than the water quality criteria of the target classification of the receiving body of water. Loans for acquisition and repair of facilities to reduce quantity and improve quality of wastewater discharges, and regular maintenance of the water bodies within the management area. An amount of not more than 10% of the total amount accruing to the fund annually shall be allocated for the operational expenses of the governing board, its secretariat, and multi-sectoral water quality surveillance and monitoring network. This fund shall initially be sourced from the funds incurred by the establishment located in rural areas before the effectivity of this Act. Thereafter, the fees collected under the wastewater charge system established under Section 13 of this Act. Donations, endowments, and grants for water quality management of the area shall occur to the fund. Disbursement from the fund shall be subject to the usual accounting and budgeting rules and regulations. This fund shall be managed by the board of the corresponding management area. Section 11. Water quality variance for geothermal and oil and gas exploration. The department may provide variance in water quality criteria and standards for geothermal exploration that encounters reinjection constraints, provided that there shall be provision for adequate protection of beneficial use of water bodies downstream of the geothermal project, provided further that this provision may be applied to oil and gas exploration as determined by the department. Section 12. Categories of industry sector. Within 24 months from the effectivity of this act and every 2 years thereafter, the department shall, through due public consultation, revise and publish a list of categories of industry sector for which effluent standards will be provided for its significant wastewater parameter per industry sector. The department shall provide additional classification based on the other parameters especially associated to discharge of a particular industry which shall be included in the listing of categories prescribed in the preceding paragraph. Article 2. Water Pollution Permit and charges. Section 13. Wastewater Charge System. The department shall implement a wastewater charge system in all management areas including the Laguna Lake region and regional industrial centers through the collection of wastewater charges or fees. The system shall be established on the basis payment of government for discharging wastewater into the water bodies. Wastewater charges shall be established taking into consideration the following. A. To provide strong economic inducement for polluters to modify their production or management process or to invest in pollution control technology in order to reduce the amount of water pollutant generated. To cover the cost of administering water quality management of improvement programs. C. Reflect damages caused by water pollution on the surrounding environment, including the cost of rehabilitation. D. Type of pollutant. E. Classification of the receiving water body and other special attributes of the water body. The price shall be based on the net waste load depending on the wastewater charge formula which shall be established with due public consultation within 6 months from the effectivity of this act, provided that net waste load shall refer to the difference of the initial waste load of the abstracted water and waste load of the final effluent discharge of an industry, provided further that no net waste load shall be lower than the initial waste load, provided finally that wastewater charge system shall not apply to wastewater from geothermal exploration. Industries whose water effluent are within standards promulgated pursuant to this act shall only be charged with minimal reasonable amount which shall be determined by the department after due public consultation, giving account to volumetric rate of discharge and effluent concentration. Section 14. Discharge permits. The department shall require owners or operators of facilities that discharge regulated effluents pursuant to this act to secure a permit to discharge. The discharge permit shall be the legal authorization granted by the department to discharge wastewater, provided that the discharge permit shall specify, among others, the quantity and quality of effluent that said facilities are allowed to discharge into a particular water body, compliance schedule, and monitoring requirement. As part of the permitting procedure, the department shall encourage the adoption of waste minimization and waste treatment technologies when such technologies are deemed cost effective. The department shall also develop procedures to relate the current water quality guideline or the projected water quality guideline of the receiving water bodies with total pollution loadings from various sources so that effluent quotas can be properly allocated in the discharge permits. For industries without any discharge permit, they may be given a period of 12 months after the effectivity of the implementing rules and regulations promulgated pursuant to this act to secure a discharge permit. Effluent trading may be allowed per management area.
Article 3. Financial Liability Mechanism. Section 15. Financial liability for environmental rehabilitation. The department shall require program and project proponents to put up Environmental Guarantee Fund or EGF as part of the environmental management plan attached to the environmental compliance certificate pursuant to Presidential Decree
number 1586 and its implementing rules and regulation. The AGF shall finance the maintenance of the health of the ecosystem and especially the conservation of watersheds and aquifers affected by the development and the needs of emergency response, clean up or rehabilitation of areas that may be damaged during the programs or project's actual implementation. Liability for damage shall continue even after the determination of a program or project and until the lapse of a given period indicated in the environmental compliance certificate as determined by the department. The EGF may be in the form of a trust fund, environmental insurance, surety bonds, letters of credit, self-insurance, and any other instruments which may be identified with the department. The choice of the guarantee instrument or combination thereof shall depend, among others, on the assessment of the risk involved in financial test mechanism devised by the CNMB9, Introduction to Cybercrime and Environmental Loss and Protection Department. Proponents required to put guarantee instrument shall furnish the department with evidence of availment of such instrument for accredited financial instrument providers. Next is Section 16. Section 16, Clean-up Operation. Notwithstanding the provision of Section 15 and 26 thereof, any person who causes pollution in our pollutes water bodies in excess of the applicable and prevailing standard shall be responsible to contain, remove, and clean up any pollution incident and at his own expense to extent that the same water bodies have been rendered unfit for utilization and beneficial use, provided that in the event of emergency, clean-up operations are necessary and the polluter fails to immediately undertake the same, the department, in coordination with others government agencies concerned, shall conduct containment, removal, and clean-up operations. Expenses incurred in said operation shall be reimbursed by the person found to have caused such pollution upon proper administrative determination in accordance with this act. Reimbursements of the costs incurred shall be made to the Water Quality Management Fund or to such other funds where said disbursement were sourced. Section 17, Programmatic Environmental Impact Assessment. The department shall implement programmatic compliance with the environmental impact assessment system as in the following types of development. A. Development consisting of a series of similar projects or a project subdivided into several phases and or stage, whether situated in a contiguous area or geographically dispersed. And B. Development consisting of several components or a cluster of projects co-located in areas such as an industrial estate, an export processing zone, or a development zone identified in a local land use plan. Programmatic compliance with the environmental impact assessment system shall be guided by carrying capacity assessment determined from ecological profiles. Ecological profiles shall identify environmental constraints and opportunities in programmatic areas. Programmatic assessment shall also take into account cumulative impact and risk consistent with the provisions of the local government code. The department may enter into agreement with LGUs to incorporate programmatic environmental impact assessment into the preparation, updating, or revision of local land use plans and area development plans. Next is Section 18. Section 18, Environmental Impact Assessment System, Programmatic Compliance with Water Quality Standards. The department may allow each regional industrial center established pursuant to Republic Act number 7916 or PEZA law to allocate effluent quotas to pollution sources within its jurisdiction that qualify under an environmental impact assessment system programmatic compliance program in accordance with Presidential Decree number 15867 and its implementing rules and regulations. Next is Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is Institutional Mechanism. Section 19. Lead Agency. The department shall be the primary government agency responsible for the implementation and enforcement of this act unless otherwise provided herein. As such, it shall have the following function, powers and responsibilities. Meaning niya sa Section 19, ang lead agency is ang DNR. Morang ga-implement kang law about sa sa mga resource, ang water source, ang mga source gid niya na kailangan ka mga tao. Letter A. Prepare a national water quality status report within 24 months from the effectivity of this act, provided that the department shall thereafter review or revise and publish annually or needed arises said report. Sa letter A, meaning na kaya sa every 24 months ma-prepare ka national water quality status report para malataan kung malataan sandang review, kung may revise ay publish gag kung ano andang kag kung ano pang mga comment diyan nga kung improve sanda nga project. Letter B. Prepare a 10-year warranty quality management. Letter B gali. Prepare an integrated water quality management framework within 12 months following completion of the status report. Meaning tanaka letter B, mabuhat kang kang water quality management framework sa sulod kang 12 months or 1 year pagkatapos pagkompleto kang status report, which is ang sa letter A. Letter C. Prepare a 10-year warranty quality management area action plan within 12 months following the completion of the framework for each designated water management area. Such action plan shall be reviewed by the Water Quality Management Area Governing Board. Next is letter D. Prepare and publish a national groundwater vulnerability map incorporating the prevailing standards and methodologies within 24 months after the effectivity of this act. Meaning na kaya sa letter D, buhat ka kang kang national groundwater vulnerability map, tapos sa ladra ka ka 24 months or 2 years, tapos explain mo kung ano yung ang flow kay inyo nga project. Next is letter E. Enforce, review and revise within 12 months from the activity of this act water quality guidelines after due consultation with the concerned stakeholder sectors, provided that the department in coordination with the appropriate agencies shall review said guidelines every 5 years or as needed arises. Sa letter E, meaning na kadya sa sulod ka 1 year sa according sa National Groundwater Vulnerability Map, iyan mo ng mga ang mga water source kung effect ang andang nga project, ang andang project sa sa tubig, kung ang andang nga pag-consult sa sa mga water source area is okay. Next is letter F. Review and set effluent standards every 5 years from the effectivity of these acts or sooner as determined by the department, provided that in the interim the provision of DNR Administrative Order number 35 of the department shall apply, provided further that when new and more stringent standards are set in accordance with this section, the department may establish a grace period with a maximum of 5 years, provided finally that such grace period shall be limited the moratorium on the issuance of cease and desist and or closure order against the industry's operation except in the event such operation poses serious and grave threat to the environment or the industry fails to institute retooling, upgrading, or establishing an environmental management system or EMS.
Chapter 4 Incentives and Rewards. Section 25 Rewards, monetary or otherwise, shall be provided to individuals, private, organizations, and entities, including civil society, that have undertaken understanding and innovative projects, technologies, processes, and techniques or activities in water quality management. Said rewards shall be sourced from the Water Quality Management Fund herein created. Section 26 Incentive Scheme. An incentive scheme is hereby provided for the purpose of encouraging LGUs, water districts, enterprises, or private entities and individuals to develop or undertake an effective water quality management or actively participate in any program geared towards the promotion thereof provided in this act. Inclusion in the incentives priority plan. Subject to the rules and regulation of the Board of Investments, industrial wastewater treatment and adoption of water pollution control technology, cleaner production, and waste minimization technology shall be classified as preferred areas of investment under its annual priority plan. Shall enjoy the applicable fiscal and non-fiscal incentives may be provided for under the Omnibus Investment Code as amended. Fiscal incentives. Number 1. Tax and duty exemption on imported capital equipment. Within 10 years upon the effectivity of this act, LGUs, WLDs, enterprises, or private entities shall enjoy the tax and duty-free importation of machinery, equipment, and spare parts used for industrial wastewater treatment or collection and treatment facilities, provided that the importation of such machinery, equipment, and spare parts shall comply with the following conditions. Discharging regulated water pollutants without the valid required discharge permit pursuant to this act or after the permit was revoked for any violation of condition therein. Non-compliance of the LGU with the Water Quality Framework and Management Area Action Plan. In such case, sanctions shall be imposed on the local government officials concerned. Refusal to allow entry, inspection, and monitoring by the department in accordance with this act. Refusal to allow access by the department to relevant reports and records in accordance with this act. Refusal or failure to submit reports whenever required by the department in accordance with this act. Refusal or failure to designate pollution control officers whenever required by the department in accordance with this act, and directly using booster pumps in the distribution system or tampering with the water supply in such way as to alter or impair the water quality. Section 28. Fines, damages, and penalties. Unless otherwise provided herein, any person who commits any of the prohibited acts provided in the immediately preceding section or violates any of the provision of this act or its implementing rules and regulations shall be fined by the Secretary upon the recommendation of the PAB in the amount of not less than 10,000 pesos nor more than 200,000 pesos for every day of violation. The fines herein prescribed shall be increased by 10% every 2 years to compensate for inflation and to maintain the deterrent function of such fines, provided that the Secretary, upon recommendation of the PAB, may order the closure, suspension of development or construction, or cessation of operations, or where appropriate disconnection of water supply, until such time that proper environmental safeguards are put in place and or in compliance with this act, or its rules and regulations are undertaken. This paragraph shall be without prejudice to the issuance of an ex parte order for such closure, suspension of development or construction, or cessation of operations during pendency of the case. Failure to undertake clean-up operations, willfully or through gross negligence, shall be punished by imprisonment of not less than 2 years and not more than 4 years, and a fine not less than 50,000 pesos and not more than 100,000 pesos per day of each day of violation. Such failure or refusal which results in serious injury or loss of life or irreversible water contamination of surface, ground, coastal and marine water shall be punished with imprisonment of not less than 6 years and 1 day and not more than 12 years, and a fine of 500,000 pesos per day for each day during the omission and or contamination continues. In case of gross violation of this act, the PAB shall issue a resolution recommending that the proper government agencies file criminal charges against the violators. Gross violation shall mean any of the following: A. Deliberate discharge of toxic pollutants identified pursuant to Republic Act No. 6969 in toxic amounts. B. 5 or more violations within period of 2 years, or blatant disregard of the orders of the PAB, such as the non-payment of fines, breaking of seals, or operating despite the existence of the order for closure, discontinuance, or cessation of operation, in which case offenders shall be punished with a fine of not less than 500,000 pesos but not more than 3 million pesos per day for each day of violation, or imprisonment of not less than 6 years but not more than 10 years, or both, at the discretion of the court. If the offender is a juridical person, the president, manager, and the pollution control officer, or the official in charge of the operation shall suffer the penalty herein provided. For violations falling under Section 4 of the Presidential Decree Number 979, or any regulations prescribed in pursuance thereof, such persons shall be liable for a fine of not less than 50,000 pesos nor more than 1 million pesos, or by imprisonment of not less than 1 year nor more than 6 years, or both, for each offense, without prejudice to the civil of the offender in accordance with existing laws. If the offender is a juridical entity, then its officers, directors, agents, or any person primarily responsible shall be held liable, provided that any vessel from which oil or other harmful substances are discharged in violation of Section 4 of Presidential Decree No. 979 shall be liable for penalty of fine specified in the immediately preceding paragraph, and clearance of such vessel from the port of the Philippines may be withheld until the fine is paid, and such penalty shall constitute in a lien on such vessel, which may be recovered in proceedings by libel in rem in the proper court, which the vessel may be. The owner or operator of the vessel or facility which discharge the oil or other harmful substances will be liable to pay for any clean-up costs, provided, finally, that water pollution cases involving acts or omissions committed within Laguna Lake region shall be dealt with accordance with the procedure under RA number 4850 as amended. Section 29. Administrative sanctions against non-compliance with the Water Quality Management Area Action Plan. Local government officials concerned shall be subject to administrative sanctions in case of failure to comply with their action plan in accordance with the relevant provisions of RA 7160.
Chapter 6 Actions. Section 30 Administrative Action. Without prejudice to the right of any affected person to file administrative action, the Department shall, on its own instance or upon verified complaint by any person, institute administrative proceedings in the proper forum against any person who violates a. Standards or limitations provided by this Act, or by any such order, rule, or regulation issued by the Department with respect to standards or limitation.
Chapter 7 Final Provisions. Section 31 Appropriations. An amount of 100 million pesos shall be appropriated from the savings of the national government to the Department of the initial implementation of this Act. Thereafter, the amount necessary to effectively carry out the provision of this Act shall be included in the General Appropriations Act of the year following its enactment into the law and thereafter.
Section 32 Implementing Rules and Regulations. The Department, in coordination with the Committees on Environment and Ecology of the Senate and the House of Representatives respectively, and other concerned agencies, shall promulgate the implementing rules and regulations for this Act within 1 year after the enactment of this Act provided.
The rules and regulations issued by the government agencies and instrumentalities for the prevention and or abatement of water pollution inconsistent with the Act shall supplement the rules and regulations issued by the Department. Pursuant to the provision of this Act, the draft of the implementing rules and regulations shall be published and be the subject of public consultations with affected sectors. There shall be a mandatory review of the implementing rules and regulations and standards set pursuant to the provision of this Act. Section 33 Joint Congressional Oversight Committee. There is hereby created a Joint Congressional Oversight Committee to monitor the implementation of this Act and to review the implementing rules and regulations promulgated by the Department. The committee shall be composed of 5 senators and 5 representatives to be appointed by the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives respectively. The Oversight Committee shall be co-chaired by the chairpersons of the Committee on the Environment of the Senate and Committee on Ecology of House of Representatives. Section 34 Repealing Clause. Presidential Decree No. 984 is hereby repealed. Republic Act No. 6969 and 4850 as amended. Presidential Decree Numbers 1586, 1152, 979, and 856 are hereby amended and modified accordingly. All other laws, orders, issuance, rules, and regulations in consistence herewith are hereby repealed or modified accordingly. Section 35 Separability Clause. If any provision of this Act or application such provision to any person or circumstances is declared unconstitutional, the remainder of the Act or the application of such provision to other person and circumstances shall not be affected by such declaration. Section 36 Effectivity. This Act shall take effect 15 days from the date of its publication of the Official Gazette or in at least 2 newspapers of general circulations.